Alrighty, this is Miss K and welcome to Miss K on Postal. So I come to you guys tonight to have a discussion about them almighty rolling around robots. Yep, you heard it. These autonomous employees that we're gonna have coming in to some of our locations to roll around and take our motherfucking jobs. So for some of you guys in certain locations, they already have robots rolling around the floor. You may have some robots pulling GPCs or maybe pulling OTRs, whatever the fuck they do. Because in my location, baby, we is the motherfucking robot, okay? Power down, bitch. Because we don't have robots. We're getting them, but we don't have them. Now, in certain locations, they have also two autonomous robots that handle the bundle sorter. So they pick up the mail and sort it the way it needs to go, whether it's priority or first class, which is going to become ground advantage, or if it's hazmat or whatever it is, your local turnaround mail. They do that stuff. So for some of us who are newbies, who are babies, we don't have robots. So this is going to be a big deal to us because you are literally taking people's jobs. So you're bringing in a robot that can do the work of how many people? 4 or 5 people? 6, 7 people? You may not need a mail handler. You may not need a clerk. You have robots rolling around that can pull GPCs. Why do you need to have a tow motor driver or anyone in a pit crew if you're going to have robots rolling around? This is how they're slowly getting rid of people that they don't really need in the post office. When you're bringing in AI, you're bringing in robots, you're saying that the work staff that I currently have, I can eliminate 3, 4, 5 of them by bringing in these robots to do the work that they were doing or lack thereof, because some of y'all don't work. We ain't gonna even lie. You know, some of y'all ain't working. So you're bringing in robots that don't really require to sleep or to eat, but they do need to be serviced and they need to be charged up. And that's where the trick gonna come, because baby, if your maintenance like my maintenance, baby, them bitches gonna be dead, they're gonna be broke, but we're gonna leave that alone. So what do we as employees, do we have a say in whether or not machines get to come in, robots get to come in and take the place of a clerk or take the place of a mail handler? No. We have not been given any choice in the matter in regards to whether or not we feel that we should have robots assist. Now, if you have a robot that's coming in to do some heavy lifting to assist a mail handler or to assist a clerk, I can see that. I really can. But that's not what they're doing. They're literally bringing in robots to replace your lazy motherfucking ass. And mine too. Because they don't need the human person anymore. They want a robot to roll around. Y'all, robots don't call out, baby. Robots don't say my child sick. Robots don't sit in the parking lot and go, fuck this job today and call clean the fuck out. Robots don't do that. They're programmed to do their fucking job. And it saves them money. Yes, it may cost them 60, 70 grand a piece, but that's an investment over how many years? 10, 12, 15, 20 years? Some of y'all motherfuckers ain't gonna last that long, and a lot of y'all are retiring. So in the long run, is the robots our fault as employees? Them getting automation, them getting AI coming into the building, is that us, the employee's fault, the worker's fault? Because we have, some of us, not all of us, have abused the fucking system, have abused working at the post office, have abused working, being lazy as fuck. You know, going, oh, I can't do that. Oh, that's not my bid. Oh, blah, blah, blah. Think of it. Is it our fault that robots are coming in there? Is it our fault that they're not even having a conversation in regards to this is what's going to be going on because we're trying to assist you to be a better employee, to be a safer employee? That ain't what the fuck they telling y'all. They telling y'all lazy motherfuckers ain't doing shit. We finna bring these robots in here. We finna phase y'all the fuck out. That's what we finna do. I mean, I just call it like I see it, bro. Because honestly, at the end of the fucking day, you bring in 3 or 4 robots, that's 3 or 4 positions or bids that they don't have to create, that they don't have to fill, because they have robots to do it. Now, I've seen at other plants, at other locations, I've seen robots rolling around. Baby, I've seen robots at Walmart and Target. It is serious, motherfucker. I did rolling around and shit. I went to Walmart and motherfucker almost bumped into me. I said, the hell is that? Bitch was scanning the shelves. The robot was scanning the shelves and reading the barcodes to determine what was on the shelf and how many of that item was on the shelf so it can reorder. You don't need a person walking around no more, going like this and checking shit. What they need to create in Walmart is a motherfucking robot to pick up all that shit you motherfuckers stick back on shelves and they workers don't go pick up, especially them cold ass items. You know that shit y'all get meat and shit and they gotta stick that shit on the shelf and that shit done sat there for 2 or 3 motherfucking days before a real person gonna pick it up. Now that's what the fuck they need to use robots for, not to determine if you need to restock them on some goddamn ketchup. Fuck that. But that's neither here nor there, baby. Listen. I understand where the post office is going, where we're trying to go, where we should have been maybe 10, 12 years ago. But at this point in time, it just seems like to the employee, to the worker, that it's an insult. That you're willing now to get robots to replace a human being to do the work when we've been slaving and doing this shit all this time. And then you don't even have a consult with your employees to say, hey, we're bringing robots in, this is what we're fucking doing. Now I'm gonna tell you like this. In my location, I'm just gonna tell y'all the truth. Our plant manager signed off on those robots. Yeah, y'all think I didn't know, huh? Yeah, I know. I saw the paper. Yeah, they signed off on it. And we getting 4. Now they're supposed to come in June, allegedly. When they come, baby, I'm gonna let y'all know. Cause I wanna see these motherfuckers firsthand. I wanna know what they're doing. So if anybody watching where I work, yeah, we get robots. Some of y'all been told, some of y'all have not been told. But our plant manager signed off on it. Because when they sign off on it, remember, it has to be given to the union because the union has to be aware of what's going on. And has our fuck-ass union said anything? No, they haven't. This is how we are slowly losing our jobs. We've been losing bids. They haven't created bids. They're reverting bids, abolishing bids. They have expanded what your bid is supposed to be. So instead of it being very specific, it says and other duties. And now you're doing the final insult to injury and bringing in robots to do work, to sort out mail, to fucking roll around and pull GPCs, do OTRs. What the fuck is next? You gonna have robots on the motherfucking platform loading trucks? Hey, and in some places they do that shit. Real talk. There's not even a human that does it. There's nobody on the forklift that does it. Okay? So we need to consider as employees, what's the direction for our safety and our security of having a job when you start bringing robots into a facility that never had them. Now, for some of you guys who are working at very big facilities and y'all have robots, y'all have a couple of robots rolling around doing work. Y'all know, them shits break down and you still need a human person to do the work. That's still well and good. But them bringing in robots is limiting them for creating bids for whatever particular job that needs to be done. And that's where we need to start saying, hey, fuck these robot shits. How about you create more bids so that we can have people who can fill them and they can have job security. But that's not what they're doing. This is why they're slow to convert or they're slow for movement, because there's no reason to convert if you're going to bring robots in to do certain jobs, or you're converting and there are barely any bids for them to have, so you create these bullshit booty dean ass bids that don't make any sense just so that they can work. It's going to get to the point that after a while we're not going to have any fucking real bids. Everybody's going to be worker. What's your bid? Ain't got one. I'm a worker. I work over here. I work over there. I work over there. We're not going to have any specific duties. We're just going to be working. And who I fear for the most are the clerks. Because a lot of the machines, especially the bundle sorters and the automated robot that can pick up the items and can put it onto a particular bundle sorter that can scan and sort all this mail. Normally, at some locations, especially at mine, we still have clerks that key mail at the bundle sorter. Lots of it still goes through, but some of it has to be keyed. If you're telling me you're bringing in a robot that can pick up a package up to 70 pounds and can scan and sort this shit, why do you need a clerk? You don't need a fucking clerk. You're barely gonna need a mail handler because shit, the robot may load its motherfucking self, dump the goddamn mail and keep it moving. So right there, you've eliminated 2 key jobs, a clerk job and a mail handler job, because you want to bring in robots, because you want to be more efficient. Or so they say. Because if you want to be more efficient, you would have changed out a lot of this equipment that's fucking antiquated and old as fucking don't have no parts so that we can work on it, instead of putting the bullshit together with bubblegum and a shoestring. But I fucking digress on that bullshit right there. So, listen. I'm all for automation. I'm all for making our jobs a little bit easier because sometimes it's a lot. Shit's heavy. We do a lot. It kills your body. It hurts your back. It hurts your legs. It hurts your arms. We all been there. But when you start bringing in automation, robots, AI, whatever the fuck you want to call it, and there's no conversation between your employees on the floor of what you're bringing in, and your union's not stepping up saying, hey, hold on, what this shit for? Then you got to start thinking, where are we going? Where is this supposed to be going? Where are we heading? Because after a while, you may not even need nobody's in here. You won't need to hire as much anymore. You won't need to convert as much because you're going to have the robots. Shit, you might as well just become a motherfucking damn ET. You know what I'm saying? An ET is a technician that works on the machinery in the plant. Because if you're going to have robots rolling around, they don't need to be fixed. So why be a mail handler, why be a clerk if I need to fix a goddamn robot? Because you're going to have them rolling around. It's probably going to get to the point where if you ever go to Amazon, and I've been to Amazon warehouse, there's robots rolling around everywhere. They're everywhere. They're pulling shit off shelves, they're putting shit on shelves, they rolling around, they scanning it, they bring it to a certain location, and the only real thing a person does is just stand there and go, okay, I process it, okay. What the fuck they need a human for? So with the introduction of the robots into our facilities to make our lives easier, whatever the fuck they think it's for, what about our jobs? What about what we do? You know what I'm saying? The robot is going to come do our job. What are we supposed to be doing? That's some shit you really need to fucking think about at the very end of the day. Because you weren't told about robots. You weren't given a heads up going, hey, we're going to become fully automated or whatever. In a lot of places, they're not having that conversation. You just fucking come to work and some shit go beep, 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 rolling past your ass. And you just got to sit there and go, okay, and deal with it. And no one is saying to you that, hey, we should say something about this because this is our fucking jobs. This is our livelihood. No, nobody is saying it. So every time you see a robot come into your facility, that's 2 jobs that have been taken, 2 bids that could have been placed up for whatever that robot's doing. If that robot's pulling GPCs, that's a mail handler, that's a tow motor bid, that's a pit bid, that's whatever. If a robot is at the bundle sorter and it's sorting out mail, that's a clerk job. If it's dumping mail, that's a mail handler job. So when you go into your facility and you got fucking robots, just stand there just for like a second or two and watch your robots as they go by. And think about the fucking real person that could be doing that. The real person or persons that could be doing that job. Or think about how many lack of bids that you have, or how there are no new bids, or how they're reversing and abolishing bids while you watch the robot. But like I said, is it our fucking fault? Yeah, some of it is. Some of it's our fucking fault. And some of it is just the simple fact that the post office is a day late, a fucking dollar short, trying to catch up the automation that FedEx, UPS, and every fucking body else got. And we just coming into the game. But hey, it is what it motherfucking is, right? Right. So, think of it, sleep on it. It's inevitable. It's coming. It's coming to my facility in a couple of weeks. Maybe it's coming to yours. Maybe you already at a facility and they already doing it. If they already got robots at your facility, holla at Miss K. Put in the comments and let me know how that's working out for y'all. And did they end up not creating new bids? Did they create new bids? Maybe they create a bid that can go alongside with the robot. Who the fuck knows? I don't know, because where I'm at, they're not saying shit. I found out about the robots on the low, because they don't tell us not a goddamn thing. And the union like this. So that's a waste of my motherfucking time right there. So, hey, just want to let you motherfuckers be aware about what's going on. Always check your surroundings. Always be up on game. And make sure you understand what the fuck is going on. Because like I told you guys, this time now to the end of the year is critical. And there's so much change happening every day that we need to be aware, have our fucking eyes fully open like this, like fully open so you can see what the fuck is going on. So that you can't say you weren't told, you weren't warned where is this coming from. But, you know Miss K here. I love my postal babies. I love all my postal freaks. And I'm just telling y'all, watch your surroundings, be aware, be educated, and be in the know. And as always, my babies, love and light. Peace.